Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you all had a fabulous week because I did. So today we'll be making vegetable soup. So sit back, relax, watch the video and enjoy. So I will be using the following ingredients for this recipe. I've washed my meat, so to prep my meat, I'm adding some stockfish and I'll be adding some onion as well, some salt. I'm using half teaspoon of salt, and then seasoning cubes. I'll also be adding some pepper because I want the stock and the meat to be a little spicy. So I'm just going to mix that up and place it on the cooker to cook. So next is to cut my vegetables, and first is the water leaf. I always like to pluck out this, I don't know what to call it, but I don't like it. I don't like adding it to my food, but you can add it if you don't mind. It's probably edible, I don't know, but I just don't add it. So you can pluck the leaves separately, or you can pluck it out the way I'm doing, with the stalk. It's your choice. I like adding a little stalk to it, but you can pluck it separately. So next is the ugu leaves, and this is how I love picking it. Just a little stalk to it, but you can just pick the leaves if you don't mind. It's all about your preference. I check on my meat now and it has already released a lot of water as usual, so I'm just going to add in more water to enable it soften the more. While that is boiling, I'm going to go ahead to wash my vegetables. Always wash your vegetables with a lot of water. That's how you completely get rid of the sand in it. Add some salt and let it stay for a while, maybe like 5 minutes before you come back to wash it. If you're one of the people that like cutting your vegetables in the market, maybe you should try cutting it at home. It's healthier that way and more hygienic, because they cut the leaves and then you go home and you wash off the nutrients before you start cooking, and then you'll be left with little or no nutrients at the end of the day. I'm gonna head to add my one more, and I'm just going to stir and then cover to continue cooking. 5 minutes later, I've gone ahead to start washing my ugu leaves. Don't be one of those people that wash their vegetables with one container. You wash and you pour away the water and pour extra water. That's not the best way to wash vegetables. You need at least 2 kitchen bowls to wash your vegetables effectively. So my meat is soft and tender now. You can see I don't have too much liquid in the pot. You don't need too much liquid in the pot. So I'm just going to add my catfish, and then I remembered I had some stockfish and I added it because why not? And I also added some crayfish, and I'm just going to mix this properly and just cover it. So finally, I'm going to be washing my water leaves just the same way I did with the ugu leaves, the same process. And once that is done, I'll let it drain for a while before I start cutting. So now I'm cutting my ugu leaves. You want to cut it in tiny bits. Make sure the leaves are not, too large in size. So this is what it should look like once you're done cutting. So I'm going to be transferring my meat now to a wok pan because I want to work with a wider surface, and also because I don't want my vegetables to be overcooked. One way to make sure your vegetables are not overcooked is, not covering the pot. Once you cover the pot, it cooks the vegetable faster than it would when you don't cover the pot. So I'm going to add some palm oil and then my dried prawns. If you don't have dried prawns, you should add crayfish at this point. You mustn't use dried prawns, but dried prawns are perfect for vegetable soup. I've also added some scotch bonnet pepper because I wanted to add to the color. I've added pepper before when prepping the meat, so this one is just for color and a little more spice. Stir that completely and let the oil boil for a while. Finally, I added half teaspoon of salt and 1 more seasoning cube, because once I add my vegetables will soak in all of that taste. So you need to make sure that your meat is tasty at this point before adding your water leaf. So adding your water leaf like this without covering it is going to reduce the amount of water that it will produce. When you cover the pot, it traps in all the vapor, all the steam, and this helps to cook the vegetable, thereby making it to produce more water. So I don't want too much water. My husband actually prefers his vegetable slightly cooked, so that's what I'm doing. But if you want it to be juicy, more juicy than it is now, you should cover it and let it boil for a while. So finally, I'm adding my ugu leaves and I'm just going to mix it properly as well. The fact that I didn't cover the pot is also going to make the soup, the vegetables in the soup, more greener. The green is going to be vibrant and not dull because I didn't overcook it. So this part of pouring in your crayfish at the end of cooking is something you don't want to skip. I learned this from my NYSC roommate when I went for service, and ever since then it's like inevitable when I'm cooking my vegetable soup. You don't need to do much, just mix it properly and your soup is ready. My husband enjoyed every bit of this soup, like every bit of it. I don't want to go into details with what happened after eating the food, because if I start the story this video will not end though. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love you guys. You guys are far too kind. Thank you for subscribing. Subscribe if you've not done that already, and make sure to like this video. Thank you. You can click on this icon on your screen now to see more recipes from my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I had this soup with pounded yam and the taste was just I'm just going to let you replicate this recipe and tell me what you think in the comment section. Till then, see you later. Bye.